The American Legion says the U.S. should evacuate military interpreters from Afghanistan. NPR's Paul Lawrence reports Afghans who help the U.S. are in danger.
Hundreds of Afghans who worked with the U.S. military have already been assassinated, according to advocates. Veterans groups appealed for action at a news conference in Washington. Congressman Jason Crow, a former Army Ranger, said U.S. credibility is at stake.
People need to know that the American handshake matters, that we will stand by them through thick and thin. We will have future conflicts and adversaries. And those future partners are watching now.
Most Afghans who worked with the Americans were promised a U.S. visa in exchange, but the application process is backlogged and taking years. U.S. troops might be out of Afghanistan as early as next month. Quill Lawrence, NPR News.
A federal judge is siding with the state of Florida over the CDC on the issue of allowing cruise ships to resume operations. From member station WLRN, Veronica Zaragoza has more.
U.S. District Judge Stephen Merriday says a CDC order blocking most cruise ship operations would harm the state if it were allowed to continue. Lawyers representing the federal agency had said that the CDC has the authority to issue its conditional sailing order to control the spread of a disease like COVID-19. But Florida's state government said the requirements were too burdensome on the ailing industry and that COVID-19 vaccination requirements discriminate against children who don't qualify yet for the vaccines. The regulations will remain in effect until July 18th. The judge is giving the CDC until July 2nd to propose new regulations for the cruise industry. For NPR News, I'm Veronica Zaragoza in Miami.
One of President Biden's two dogs has died. Champ was a 13-year-old shepherd. The Bidens say Champ was a cherished companion and adored by the entire family. That leaves the Bidens with one shepherd now, Major. This is NPR. Amid searing heat and severe drought, Arizona is also dealing with wildfires. The Backbone wildfire has grown to over 17,000 acres and has forced the evacuations of the towns of Strawberry and Pine, about 100 miles northeast of Phoenix. John Rockwell is among those packing up his belongings.
Hurry up and pack up the last of the stuff, the dog food and the chicken food, and get the chickens in the car and the dog in the car and some water, and off we went.
In nearby Payson, the Unified School District has set up a school shelter for those who were evacuated. The fire was started by lightning on Wednesday. As Pride Month is being celebrated around the world, the LGBTQ community in Guatemala is mourning the recent killings of two trans women and a gay man. Maria Martin has more from Guatemala.
Guatemalan transgender activist Andrea Gonzalez, along with Ceci Iztapa and Jose Manuel Vargas, were all killed within a week of each other. A spokesperson for the Office of Guatemala's Human Rights Office says the killings send a message of fear to the entire LGBTQ community in this conservative and violent Central American country. 13 LGBTQ people have been killed this year, up from 19 in all of 2020. In Guatemala, there are no legal protections for discrimination based on sexual orientation, so LGBTQ groups have set up a national observatory to monitor these attacks. For NPR News, I'm Maria Martin in Antigua, Guatemala.
And I'm Janine Herbst, and you're listening to NPR News.